Well, welcome back to the letter, guys. Currently, I do am very happy to get back into this game. I believe we are still playing as Rebecca, yes, so let's just jump right back into wherever it was we left off. I can't even remember now. It's been like a month and a half since I last played this game. Also, before we get into this, I do just want to say, yes, I do plan on finishing Peekaboo and Tar. I do plan on finishing. I do plan on finishing a game about digging a hole, and yes, me and the other guys are still doing okay. It's just we haven't been able to collab as much recently because Pi, aka Alyssa, has had work. Fell has been busy with doing chores around his house and family things. Angel has been busy. My other friends have been busy with work or school. But trust me, I am working on getting things out. Right now it is a Saturday. I'm up late, so I can just record a few more things. Enough talking. Let's just get right back into the letter. Yes, please. Although none of my students have commented on it, I've caught a few sharing anxious glances every time a pen slips from by hand or my shoulders since whenever called. So by, that is I've never pointed these out before, but there are sometimes spelling mistakes in this game. Devs, I don't know, like, if you guys are gonna fix that. I know you guys still do, like, deals and stuff, and I know you guys go back on the game. Definitely fix up, like, the writing and some stuff on some of these things, like, rewrite a little bit of it, because you have messed up the grammar a little bit. No disrespect, though. Even, like, high-quality movies have had problems with subtitles before and captions, so how unusual it must be for them to see the normally composed Miss Gales become a bundle of nerves. Even the most boisterous ones have given me less grief today. You'd think being on my fourth cup of tea would provide any sort of comfort. Or is this the fifth? Why does counting matter now? The fact that I can't easily shake it off this time should tell me something. Last time this happened, I passed it off as some lapse in my part after having been sick the week before.
And it is a natural conclusion.
Oh, there's your voice, Rebecca. There we go. Wow, it's been a while since I played this game. Okay. Those are just stories. The centuries-old lore passed by the locals to keep children in line. Yeah. What place doesn't have those? One of my Dawes books even went as far as to describe them as a strong part of Isabella's culture. Tree giants, women who feed on unborn children straight from a mother's womb. Or hell, there's even that one story about a demon baby. All folklore that never had a smidgen of truth in it. Most probably told to scare off the natives there back in the old days. Much like every other one in every other place. The world is more universal than people care to think. But looking at it from where I'm standing now, after staring right into the eyes of that woman, after all the things I've been hearing and feeling, perhaps there's really more to that bloody letter than some awful Halloween prank.
Perhaps Isabella's right all along.
Wow, I wonder what led you to come up with that conclusion, Rebecca. I don't know if it was the letter, the strange noises, the strange hallucinations, the things you've been seeing. Isabella tweaking out. Rose dying. Who knows? It could have been any of those, right? I mean, that's a very common mistake, right? Like, we do often, like, you know, really not notice those things. Let me turn my light on. Jesus. It's so dark in here, I'm almost falling asleep. Also, there are some changes going on around here, so you'll see them soon. Yeah, alright. A terrible thing of true. Also, guys, I probably sound like very depressed or tired right now. That's not at all it. I've just been, like, working with schoolwork. school events and trying to stay up with our Discord server. Please go join. Though that thought doesn't linger long, thankfully, soon the ringing of my mobile takes my attention away from it. An unfamiliar name flashes before me once the screen lights up and my brows knit together. Here's Marianne McCullough. Marianne. Yep. Staring hard at the screen, I try to remember when I've entered this person on my contact. Oh, book, library. And also, she's also the, interior designer for the rights. You've never really met her, but you met her at the library. It takes a moment, but when it clicks, my eyes zeroes in on the book lying wide open on my table. I loaned out from the library almost a week ago. I met that woman there by sheer coincidence, a fellow history buff apparently. We were after the same book, but in the end she'd given it to me under the condition that I call her once I'm done. To be honest, I've completely forgotten about it until now, and well, I haven't really taken a peek at it until today. Normally I'd be done with the whole volume of this size a few days after taking it out, about 1 or 2 depending on how busy I am. Finding a chance to sit down and read through it has been more difficult lately than I anticipated. One moment I'm busy simply grading worksheets, attending a movie premiere the next. Then someone's suddenly inviting me out for one reason or another. Days later, a friend stops showing up in her flat. Right after worrying reports pop up in the local news. There simply isn't enough time to breathe and get a grip on things. I have been flipping through the pages of said book moments ago, though never really reading anything and merely hoping for a distraction. To no avail. My phone gives out another ring, and this time I do not hesitate
Marianne?
to answer.
Hello. Here I was starting to wonder if it was a bad time to call.
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of in class, but I mean, I'm not sure the full story. I think I'm in class,
Is
though.
it?
I'm pretty sure I'm teaching a class. I'm a
No,
teacher.
not at all.
I could be wrong.
I dismissed my last class a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty much
didn't
free
even-
for the rest of the afternoon.
Thanks, Rebecca, for not even telling me that.
Unless something comes up. Is this about last time? The book?
Not really. I was hoping to ask you about some other thing.
Oh?
Okay.
Sure. What about?
You grew up in this city, didn't you?
Yeah. It's a peculiar question to ask someone you've just met, but I answer her nevertheless. So, Marianne, you don't quite know about this yet, because I don't think I've ever been on a call with you in this game before. Basically, I see how long I can keep people on the phone. Like, I've sat there. I need a sip of water. Stay hydrated, guys. By the way, Alyssa is still involved with the editing and stuff here on the channel. It's just, like I said, people have been very busy. I don't know why I'm just now bringing this up. I'm trying to find things so I can keep the call going on for a while. You know how I am. In this game, I always have to... I try to extend the call. Alright. I'm more curious where she's heading with this by starting with that.
Born and raised. Third generation migrant. Why do you ask?
So, you must be familiar with the local lore. The, stories?
Yeah.
Quite. If I'm going to teach about history, I'd like to think I am, yeah?
I mean, maybe, you know, we don't know you that well, Rebecca.
But a family friend would be a better person to ask. If you want, I can contact him for you.
No. Let's just keep this thing between us, okay? It's nothing too big. Alright. I really don't know how else to put this without sounding a bit crazy. But things have been really, odd. Do you remember the mansion I mentioned back when we met? My current project?
I need to see if that's just me hearing her. Like, is her audio bad? In hindsight, I should have expected it to lead to this. She must not have lived here long if she's just asking about this now. It didn't take a week with Isabella when she arrived, but that's Isabella, superstitious down to the last hair. Though it won't be too far off to think Marianne has only started thinking about this recently. She's working on the damn house itself. Must admit, even I'm curious now, despite living there for so many years and having so many chances to look it up before.
The Ermengarde mansion, yes?
Yeah, the Ermengarde mansion, the one that's literally being bought out by the Wrights.
Yes, that one. And, the thing is...
The thing is, Marianne...
This is a bad idea. You know what? Just forget I ever called you about this.
No, we're not just gonna forget that you called me about this, Marianne. This is my problem with this game, is that every time, like, I want story. I want to hear what's going on. Are we not gonna get a voice dialogue for that? It must have been the sunny weather. It's making me sick and say stupid things.
Wait. It's alright, I don't mind.
There's a moment's pause before she responds again. She's right in that. This is a silly thing to talk about, especially between what I assume two people who are pretty grounded on their beliefs with regards to these things. I don't blame her if she
I can't believe
hesitates.
I'm asking you about this.
It's fine. Why don't you just think of it as some form of research?
Well, alright. But after this, we're going to forget we ever had this talk.
My lips will be sealed. Now,
Good.
What is it about the mansion?
Just, what do you know about it? The general gist. The place's past. What happened to the owners? Anything you can give me.
Well, I know that you're a lesbian. Or maybe you're bi. But I know you had a wonderful girlfriend who you very, very miss. I know that you ran into Rebecca at the library. And I know that that mansion's super haunted. There's a demon chick in there. She's very scary. I'll run the opposite direction.
Let's see. To start off,
I do my best to give her a concise summary. From the time the house was commissioned 400 years ago and who had it built. Up to the point it got deserted after the last hire's death, and the deed was passed on the Ermengarde's nearest relatives. Frankly, if it weren't for those urban legends persisting, the house would have already faded into obscurity long ago. Demolished, even. These are all nothing she probably hadn't heard of before. Yet there's dissatisfaction in her tone once I finish.
All there really is to it?
as far as I know. There's this little bit I forgot to mention about Lady Charlotte Ermengarde's death, but most of those are just theories. Aside from that, this is really everything we've been teaching all these years. Should there be anything more?
No mention of any other weird stuff? Other crazy stories? Or a letter of some sort?
A letter. My blood runs cold. Any warmth and comfort the tea I've drank has given me prior has instantly been drained out of me. The phone creaks softly as my light hold on it turns into a firm grip. This whole letter bullshit is starting to turn into more than a coincidence.
None that I've heard or read of. What does a letter have to do with this?
Oh, no. It was just something I came across. Ignore it. Random thoughts, you know? By the way, I need to run. Thanks for answering my questions.
She ends the call abruptly with only a clipped goodbye, leaving my mind heavy with even more thoughts. The mood around my classroom has gone considerably denser, in light of what little I've gleaned from the conversation. I don't think Marianne's lying about her intent. Her interest is genuine, I'd give her that. But she left a lot of things out. I get the sense she only asked because something's happening around her, too. And if she hadn't mentioned the letter, I probably wouldn't have made the connection.
Just what the hell did we get ourselves into?
Something bad, burn the letter right now. Like, find that letter and burn it. Bro, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking this whole game... Okay, I have 3 theories. The game is going to end where we're going to burn the letter, or we're all going to die, or somehow the curse is going to be lifted, and they're going to pass the curse on to Luke Wright, and then Luke Wright's the only one who's going to have to live with that curse for the rest of his life because none of us like Luke. So he's going to have to live with that curse for the rest of his life, and then he's going to die from the curse. That's my thought. I'm probably wrong. Of course, there's still a lot of confusing details in this. All these are just assumptions. No concrete conclusion to be formed with what we have, and if we want to find out what we're really dealing with, I think Marianne's right. There might be something more to those stories. As absurd as it sounds, the very place that gave us the letter might tell us something beyond what we know. And tomorrow night, I have a few hours of that chance at the housewarming party. By the way, Marianne's going to disappear. She's going to get locked down in the attic somewhere, in the wine cellar. And she's going to go behind a building where the old areas are, and she's going to be behind bars. Totally not an exciting thought, since the place is privately owned now, and I can't just wander around. But it's enough reason to keep the dread at bay as I step out of the room, ready to put an end to this day. However, all those good vibes disappear into thin air when I run headfirst into Luke. God damn it, Luke, you ruin everything, you know that? Nobody likes you. That's why I'm going to end this video off here. Because why are you here? Why are you here? Like, actually, why? So, like, why? Alright, yeah. Let's end this video off here. Alright. Yes, let me just make sure, load game. Alright. So, anyways, guys, I know what you're probably thinking. Hey, Orange, this has been a little bit of a shorter video than what we're used to. And the videos recently have seemed shorter than what we're used to. While that's true, I am trying to make shorter videos. Mainly because the longer ones have not been too great for the algorithm. And I just feel like the shorter is the better right now. That is my main goal. Yes, I'm going to try to get, like... And yes, we are still uploading daily. I promise that's going to last, at least for the rest of this year. Next year, I can't promise it's going to stay that way, but, like, I promise we're still getting videos out every day, even if, you know, it might seem like, hey, you've been a little bit behind. No, we're not behind. We're just very, very excited to get these videos out to you guys, but we're also we're also working behind our own schedules in our own life, so thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time. And I hope you like these new forms of content. And I really hope you know that we are trying our best to get content out to you as often as we can. Bye-bye, and I'll see you all next time.